Hello everybody and welcome back to another C++ program exercise, and in today's video we're going to be doing programming exercise number 10 of chapter 8. Now this program exercise says, programming exercise 10 in chapter 6 asks you to find the mean and standard deviation of 5 numbers. Extend this program exercise to find the mean and standard deviation of up to 100 numbers. Suppose that the mean average of n numbers, x1, x2, x3, and so forth, is x. Then the standard deviation of these numbers is, the standard deviation is equal to root over x1 minus x, x2 minus x1 minus x whole squared plus x2 minus x whole squared, and so on and so forth, and then it keeps on going, and then you have the entire thing divided by n. There we go. So that whole thing is taken as a square root. Now, let's get to actually coding this. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to write down these sample numbers right here. These are going to be the sample numbers that we use. Just write that up at the top in a comment, and here you need to write these 3 header files down. Once you're done with that, you can now move on to declaring 2 functions. First, you need to write in double find mean, double list, comma, int number of elements. Once you enter twice, and then double, find standard deviation, and double list, comma, number of, right here there also has to be an int after int num of elements, we write a semicolon, and then we have this all done. Now what we're actually going to do first is we're going to declare these functions. We're going to declare these functions first because they are probably the most important part. Of this program. So once you do that, do that. And this is all, that's all you need to do for the declarations. Now the mean is going to be very straightforward. You just write int index. Once you do that, you can write in double sum, which is equal to 0. After doing that, you can then go in and write in for index is equal to 0, index is less than number of elements, index plus plus, sum is equal to sum plus list with index of index. So this basically just adds up all of the values of list into one index. Into one array. Into this variable, sorry. Anyways, now we can return sum divided by number of actually it's num of elements. Okay, that is the end of our find mean function. Now we need to do the find standard deviation. Now we can write in double mean is equal to find mean list, comma, number of elements. Now you need to do double numerator semicolon and double standard deviation. After doing that, we write an int index, and then we set numerator is equal to 0 as the beginning value. And now we have to write in for index is equal to 0, index is less than number of elements, index plus plus, numerator is equal to numerator plus POW list, oh wait, gotta put the parentheses, POW list index minus mean, comma, 2. So basically what this here does is it sets the index to 0 automatically, and while index is less than number of elements and index plus plus, the numerator of the standard deviation function is set to the numerator, and it cycles through all of these, and it basically does what it says in the function. It brings out, this is sort of what the function is supposed to look like, by the way. You have x1 minus x, and the entire thing is going to be squared. And it does that for each and every single element of the array, where x1 is going to be one just random element of the array, and x will be the mean. Okay, I hope you guys get that. Anyways, now that we're done with that, we can have this for loop, and now we can do standard deviation is equal to the square root numerator over number of elements. And there we go. And then all we have to do is return the standard deviation now. And you see that? That is the end of both of these functions. Now the only thing we have to do is do the main function. But I'm just going to quickly explain. Actually, I don't think we need any sort of explanation here. I'm just going to quickly explain what this line does. So basically, this just takes the square root of the entire function, because this is basically the top part of the standard deviation function, right, which is the numerator. And we have to divide the numerator by the number of elements that we have, or the number of elements that we calculated in this in here. And now, once we do that, we have to take the square root of the entire thing, and then we can return it. Now we can get to our main function. So up here, we need to write in double num list 100. After we do that, we can write an int count. And count is basically going to be the total of numbers that were read, and this is going to be our array. And now we're going to write in cout fixed set precision, actually show point, set precision to 2. And now we can cout enter at most 100 numbers, period, enter. And then, oh, also do not put that semicolon. And then right here, after entering the last number, let's fix that. After entering the last number, and type Z and press the enter key, period. And after we're done with that, we can set count, or actually make sure that you have count up there set to 0. And now we can do we can start up a while loop for count. So right here you need to do while count is less than 100 and CIN is still valid as a variable. Then CIN num list, or basically what this means is that as long as if we can still take in some sort of input, then this will keep on repeating, and the count is less than 100. So then num list count and now if CIN count plus plus, and there we go. Once we're done with that whole loop, we can do cout and down. Now that you're done with all of this, we can enter. We can enter and then write in cout and write in these asterisks to separate our input from the output. There we go. And this is just a line telling us how many integers we actually entered. Anyways, right here we can write in for int I is equal to 0, I is less than count, I plus plus, and cout num list I. You give a little space right there. There we go. Here that we are actually inputting the number, we are actually outputting the numbers that were entered again. So now right here we can see out and out. And now we can see out the mean of the numbers is find mean num list, comma, count. And down. And now we can just copy and paste this. The standard deviation of the numbers is find standard deviation. There we go. Well, I made a little mistake there. This D was actually supposed to be capitalized, but it's okay. So, everything here looks about right. I'm gonna run this program. Let me first copy this data right there. Let's run this program. Hopefully we don't get any bugs. And yeah, we actually did not get any bugs, and this ran perfectly well. So let me just shrink this down so you guys can see it. So I'm going to enter my numbers. Oh, also you're supposed to put Z and then click the enter key. And now it outputs all of our numbers with the decimal places, of course. And we entered about 42 numbers. I mean, actually, we did enter 42 numbers. And the mean of the numbers is 80.43, and the standard deviation of these numbers is 34.52, which is pretty good. There is one small modification I would like to make. Let me see. I think it was after right here. And when we do this again. Okay, that looks a lot nicer. So I hope you all had a good time doing this program, this C++ programming exercise along with me, and I hope you guys continue to have fun doing C++ programming exercises, whether it be with me or on your own. The most important thing is to have fun. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.